Okay, no data. Here we go. Hey riders, welcome back to the channel here. Yeah, I just said no data and I'm like, what is going on with my stream? Riders, we're back. 11 a.m. in the morning for me, Mountain Standard Time, Alberta, Canada. I'm Colin. This is Inside Cycling World, where all the best coverage of races happens, folks. We got a banger today. The Colombia Race Series, hosted by Johan Moreno, is about to go off, folks. Been a few changes to the course. It was going to be Paso Alto in Colombia. We did change that up. When I say we, I mean Johan did that. Just because it was a pretty huge climb, and we both discussed this course, UCI Stage 2, as being really exciting. Probably my favorite stage of the UCI Esports World Championships points race. So we do have a points race set up. There was a bit of confusion here. 25 riders on board now, folks. 3.5 minutes to go. I think we're going to get some more. I see some hitters here. Joel Noguera, Eric Renborg's here, Chima, Carlos Morato, Johan Moreno. Who else did he... Oh, where's Marvin? Marvin Angarita. Marvin, I've tried to remember your full name. I just saw it a few days ago. And here he is here, folks. Marvin Angarita, superstar cyclist, folks. Done it all. Wouter Klaes is in the mix too, folks. Hitters galore coming out here today, folks. They're all here. So remember, riders, this is 8.9 kilometers. I hope everyone's watching the stream. It's only a one-lapper. We tried to do a two-lapper, but there was some confusion. So we're going to go with what it is. All out, smash yourself to oblivion, get a heart transplant later. Maybe you might need a lung too, but let's just ride this hard. 8.9 kilometers, but there's 200 meters of climbing. Apparently there's a big hill right in the middle. I think it's 200 meters. Hopefully I'm right about that. Jumping into the chat here quick. Sophia Strid is in the mix. Hey, Sophia. So yeah, the stream is working. It was really weird at first. I got the stream going. When I do multiple streams in one day, sometimes it'll say no data. And I'm like, what do you mean no data? But it's saying live here. And it's one of those things where if I end the stream and try to restart it, then it was working, and then people don't have the right link anymore. And so sometimes you just got to let it ride itself out, right? YouTube, streaming, Starlink internet connection. We got it all going on here, folks. Okay, riders, let's get ready. 2 minutes to go. Let's take a look here. Inigo Izu, Spanish. Frederick Eriksson. It's got to be a Swedish rider, right? It's got to be a Swedish rider. Eden Strid. One of the twins is in the mix. Yoni Garcia from Colombia. Juan Pierre. Paulo Kirchner, another hitter. Another superstar rider here from Brazil. Oh, this one's good. Paulo Pauli. Okay, that's kind of hard for me to say. Italian, Wouter Klaes, big sprint numbers out of this rider here. Dan Jennings. Hey, Dan, I saw your comments. Yeah, we're going to probably... I know Johan posted something there. Minute and 20 to go. I think he's talking about doing a survey as for the last stage. Because I know some people were commenting, hey, I wanted to do a big climb. Well, we can do that. I even mentioned to Johan, maybe we should have a climbing series where all we do is tackle climbs and do a points race that way somehow. David Zambon, Steven Cycles here. Steven, great to see you, dude. I'm going to be working, this is messages for Steven here. I'm going to be working on one of the flight sim videos this afternoon, Steven. Probably doing that short one you sent me, just so I can get it done. And then Joey Jojo has a video I got to put audio commentary to, plus get a shower. Oh, the hair, it's a disaster, folks. Slept in it, woke up, did a ride at 7 a.m. Nothing long and hard, but to be honest, it was kind of frustrating this morning. I got turned around, I lost connection, then I couldn't make my turns properly. Anyways, been outside, doing the chores. It's cold out, so you're wearing a hat. Anyways, Jason Ortez, seen him before. Marvin Angarita here. Miller Gonzalez. Mito. Edenet Paiva, I would say. JV Dobbin, the other Scottish rider. Ramiro Valages. Eder Caballero. Johan Moreno. Pellerin Olivier. Wow, it loaded up, folks. 30 riders in total. Fred Howe, low-key. Okay, folks, I got to stick with the front here because this is going to go really hard and fast today. 8.9 kilometers. Let's bounce right up there. Remember, this race should be scored I'm hoping it's all going to work good. But the way they did it at the Championship Series was there's points at the base of the climb. So the first person to smash themselves to pieces, just imagine your carbon bike exploding or a carbon wheel. That's what you're doing to yourself today. Just blowing apart. First person to the base of the climb, well, there's points for all the riders. So it's going to be a scoring to the base of the climb. How hard do you push though? Do you just destroy yourself and then have nothing left for the climb? Then there's points at the top of the climb, points at the finish. So there should be 3 rounds of points here. Let me just check where my big head is here. There I am, crazy hair, ready to rock. Let's get it, folks. So we're going to see a scoreboard up here on the left-hand side of the screen, top left-hand corner. So keep an eye out for that as we hit that climb. Stream's looking good. Folks are here. I love it. Let's get it, folks. Eric Rinberg at the front. Is Eric going to try to get those points early? How hard can you go to the sprint? So I think, and you know, just remembering it, this might be the base of the sprint, the climb right here. I'm not actually sure how far it was in, but there were a couple of rollers beforehand. Check out the birds in the water down there, folks. What awesome graphics. The train going by here on the right-hand side, people cheering. We got the Alps in the background. Looks fantastic. Garzario, Alessandro. And I'll be watching closely for points. Watching very closely. This was such an epic race. I'm going to go back and watch that today. I'm going to go back and watch it. So there should be points coming up. We tried to do a 2-lapper. Found out that we couldn't for some reason. And I'm not really sure, but hopefully we can get that tweaked for next time. Because I think these points races are really cool. Oh, off the front. Yoni Garcia's going now. Yoni wants these points, I think. 400 meters remaining to the points. Okay, got it. So I'm assuming it's going to be maybe a 20 points. We're going to find out real quick here, folks. I forget from that championships. I was on vacation at the time in Mexico. You can see the field is completely strung out. Here comes Johan, 10 watts a kilo. The bandana, that adds extra wattage right there, folks. Johan's going deep here. I'm looking for the points board coming up. Here's the sign. Oh my, here comes Paulo. Paulo comes over his shoulder. Paulo gets points first, folks. I'm waiting for them to light up in this corner here. Let's see if that happens. Really looking hard. I'm not really sure. Well, you know, and hard to say. We were scrambling at the last second to get this arranged, so not really sure where all the points are. Maybe there wasn't points at the base. I thought there was. I don't see them yet, so maybe they're at the top only. But the way they were attacking there has to be points. Just the way they were going after it. Really hope there is, because some riders went pretty deep there on that approach to the climb. Now we're climbing. Marvin Angarita, this is his terrain here. The climbs of Colombia. Marvin, I did Alto de la Guilia. I know I butchered that. What a great course, great little climb. What I didn't realize after I was done, because I typed it in, I'm like, okay, this is a legit climb, isn't it? Because sometimes, you know, some of these events, you're not really sure, some of these applications, you're not really sure if it's a real climb. Definitely a real climb. And then I found out, I kept seeing Paso Alto, and I'm like, why does that sound? Because that's a real ride. That's a real climb, both on MyWhoosh. Go check them out, folks. The Paso Alto was quite a big climb. I think it was more like 900,000 meters, something like that. I'll be taking that one on here too. Check out the spray off the water, folks. That is amazing. Really good. The water effects. Water is one of the hardest things to do in any graphical interface like this. But you take a look at the water spray in the background here. These riders are getting like a spray right now, getting cooled off on this climb. 3 riders at the front here. Actually, I think there's 4 or 5 here, actually, folks. Let's pull that leaderboard up. We got 4 riders in the front. Wouter, Marvin, Johan Moreno, and Paulo. Bouncing back 6 seconds, we got Carlos. Carlos is going to try to bridge across again by himself. He does this all the time, folks. All the time. Joel Noguera, a further 3 seconds back. Eric Rinborg is right on Joel's rear wheel. Chima, 7 seconds back. Antonio Costa, Eder Caballero, Yoni Garcia. Steven Cycles is on the climb too. I'm going to stick at the front, folks, because they're going to be over it soon. And, you know, a lot of these riders here, they've done this before. You can actually see that climb going up into the distance. They're taking this baby on now. So far, they've climbed, it looks like 71 meters. So I'm trying to figure out here how much total climb are we doing. Yeah, we've only got one lap. We got a 1-lap race. Oh, off the front is Johan. Johan digging deep now, close to 6 watts a kilo. What can he hold? Wouter right around 5. They're keeping a good eye on riding their own pace now, not going too deep. You go too deep here, folks, it's really going to hurt later. I see another 500-meter sign coming up here. Hopefully we see some points at the top. And hopefully it's all enabled. I mean, so at the UCI sports rate, esports championships, they had points at the base of the climb, they had points at the top of the climb, they had points at the finish, and they did 3 laps of it. So it was brutal. A lot of different strategies, and I really like the points races because, ooh, check this out. Wouter's getting back after Johan. He's slowly pulling him back. It's a 3-second gap. 1 second back to Marvin and Paolo here. They're right on his heels, though. Right on his heels. Little 2-second gap, but I think they're all going to come back together. Paolo's chasing hard now. Let's have a little bit of a camera shot here. Let's just rotate around here quickly. See how it looks back, looking back from Johan. See them coming. 300 meters to go to the top. So there must be a few bumps later on as well. Here comes Wouter, back on his wheel now. He's back. Wouter strong, came back. Here's those riders behind, chasing them. So you can see Johan, Wouter. Then we've got, ooh, man, Carlos, dude. I love seeing what you do. Paolo and Marvin are there. Paolo and Marvin are there. Carlos, who was 6 seconds back, has bridged across and looks like he is chasing at the front now. Wow. I told you before, folks, go back and look at the last couple of videos. Carlos has this ability to dig deep and just drag himself back on. Kind of slips out the back, but always finds a way to fight back. It's really impressive to watch. Johan holding strong here. Now got a 5-second gap over Wouter. So it looks like there's going to be points here. You can see the big shiny thing up in the sky here. Take a look at that. So hopefully we see some points here. Is that where we're at? The big shiny thing's further on, but we're going to cross through this banner here, like kind of like the KOM here. Polka dot jersey. It'd be really cool to see a polka dot jersey flash up. And so that's to the top of the climb. I wonder how we're going to figure out the points here. Maybe all the points get determined at the end. I'm not really even sure how that works yet. I thought during the event that it all happened live. Now, when we did the points race last week on stage 3, the points were going off every lap. So maybe it's just on the lap. I'm not too sure, but everyone's going all out here, folks. Johan at the front, 3-second gap back to Wouter. Carlos around it. If it is just points at the end, well, they're all going to have to go hard. It's just a normal race then with points coming up. Carlos coming across to Wouter now. 2 riders here chasing with Paolo and Marvin. Marvin's 8 seconds back. Oh, sorry, no, 15 seconds back. Yeah, a bit of a gap there. Okay, it's the downhill, so that should all start compressing right away. Eric has worked his way up nicely too. Eric's chasing after Marvin right now. Hopefully they can get working together and try to pull themselves back to the front. Balmy downhill here, 11% gradient. Going to be hitting max speeds here, folks. Joel Noguera is there too now, starting the descent. Chima just coming over the final crest. It's kind of, it flattens out at the top, and then the last little kick. Chima's going to be there. Antonio Costa coming up that final right-hand corner. Eder Caballero here. Yoni Garcia coming through the banner now. I'm watching that screen at the top, though, too, folks. Garzeria, Alessandro, Steven Cycles, JV Dobbin. These two were riding together last time as well. This is great to see. We got a battle here, the Scotsman, inside everything else. Ooh, looking at that there. That's interesting on the map. Ramiro Villegas chasing after JV Dobbin. Paul Norton. We've seen Paul before. Dan Jennings. We've definitely seen Dan. Ooh, take a look at this. Nice little shot here at the camera. Taking over. I love it. Dan Jennings coming up now. Being pursued by Eniko Izu. Then we're going to bounce back to... It's probably like a Hayson, I would assume. I think I'm probably not going to say the J anymore. Maybe someone can let me know. Juan Pierre, Mila Gonzalez, Eden Strid, She's getting her way to the top of the hill. You're only 500 meters to go, Eden. You got this. Eden it, Peva. Fred Ho. Loki. Let's do it, Loki. Frederick Eriksson back here. Just smashing his way up the hill now. Pellerin. Okay, we've lost Pellerin, the French rider, and we've lost Paolo Poli. Looks like he's still warming up. Edenet catching up with Fred here, it looks like. And they're chasing after Eden. Let's bounce to the front, folks. Gonna move up the field quickly here. Here's Eric. Marvin's just around that next bend. Oh, look at this, folks. Gonna start rolling. So we've already climbed 143 meters. So yeah, it looks like this is gonna be a 200-meter climbing course, roughly. We still have 3.5 kilometers to go. It's these bridges. These climbs over these bridges, I mean, are perfect attack points for any race. I see this go off time and time again now. Seeing a marker on the road up ahead here, a little blue mark on the mini-map, trying to figure out what that is quickly. Oh, it's a UCI banner here, I think. What does this one indicate? It's probably, I don't know, maybe they've got this set up so you can get points scored at different locations, possibly. Carlos at the front. He's feeling feisty today, folks. Yes, here it is here. Oh, I think it's a sprint point, maybe. Yeah, it looks like it says that. Okay. I just want to take over there again. What is that saying to me? Oh, it says finish checkpoint. But we're not at the finish yet. So trying to figure this out here, folks. Maybe this is a points. Okay, maybe it's not. So I think the course is set up to score points in different places. Johan here doing a little quick stretching. Just letting his arms dangle loose for a second here, folks. Riding through this. They've kind of backed off the pace now. They've realized they've just got a few rollers left. 2.8 kilometers, 2.7 kilometers to go. But, you know, all these rollers are going to hurt. These are going to hurt bad, folks. This is where, you know, how does your conditioning hold up? How deep did you go earlier? What do you got left in the tank, boys? What's left in the tank? 4 riders at the front. Marvin is chasing hard. You can just see them disappearing up out of the distance there. And Eric can just see Marvin up the road too. Joel is going to be starting the descent soon. Let's take a look back at Eric here. He's chasing after Marvin now, digging in. Marvin's doing the same thing. The riders are just around the left corner here, folks. Just off screen. I'll let you know when I can see them again. Look at me. I'm going to lean over like I'm going to see. I do this all the time. I don't know why. It doesn't work. Okay, let's bounce back up here. Johan sitting on the back. Johan does like to sit at the back and watch the other riders. I see this all the time. Back to Marvin now. He might... Okay, I can just see them off the left-hand corner. You can see them up in the very top corner here of the screen by this windmill. Marvin's got him in his sights. Can he get back into that group? 1 kilometer to go. It's going to be a big ask. Just rolling through these climbs, folks. So it's like 3 and 4% up and then bombing down. And this last little one here coming up next after this descent looks pretty tough. Look at these fields of, I guess this would be lavender here maybe. Got all the beautiful flowers, the Swiss chalets. Love it. Great stuff here, riders. Great stuff. Now, you can see how much they've all backed off here now. I think they're all saving it for the final push. I'm expecting probably a couple of attacks, at least on that last kick. That's where they know it's now. So there'll be an attack here. They're hoping they can hurt anyone. Yeah, here we go. Wouter's just digged in with 13 watts a kilo. He's trying to get rid of some of these lighter weight riders. Johan's right there with 12 watts a kilo. Same with Paulo. Carlos back at more 8. So this is where Carlos kind of falls back, but always bridges back, folks. We're going deep here. 200 meters to go. Wouter's on the front, still maintaining 12 watts per kilo, folks. Looks like Wouter's got this. Check this finish out here. Wouter, Paulo, Johan coming into the finish, folks. There go those juicy flash pots going off. 1, 2, 3. So it looks like the race was just set up more of a scratch race. The points system wasn't in place, folks, but yeah, what an awesome all-out smash fest. Carlos Murata will get 4th. Marvin Angarita's just coming up to the finish now. Oh, like, I really want to see that at a points race. Really want to see that. Here comes Eric. Eric's chasing so hard here. Marvin's fighting back at 10 watts a kilo. Eric looks like he's carrying more speed. Looks like they're matching each other now, and Marvin should just hang on for 5th place overall, with Eric right on his wheels in 6th. Joel Noguera coming in next. Working hard here, folks. Heart rate right around 168, 5.5 watts a kilo there. Where's that Chima? Let's hang with Joel for a bit. Hang with the Canadians. Yes. Yes, dude. Let's rock. Great stuff here. I'm going to jump into the chat quick, see if I've missed anything. World had points in the bottom at the green arches. Okay. Yeah. So there was supposed to be points there, but they weren't turned on for some reason. I didn't see any points light up. Tried to make sure my head was out of the way so that we've got 7 riders finished now. So yeah, we did stage 3 last week, and the points were showing up every lap. So yeah, at the Worlds they had points at the base of the hill, points at the top, points at the finish. So hopefully we can do that again at some point, because I think those races are really exciting, and it allows all riders to make their move, pick their strategy. If you're a bigger, stronger rider, go early, hit the base of the climb early, and hold on upwards as the lighter riders come past you. Do the Robbie McEwen race to the front and slowly drift his way back. I've seen it called other things, but that's the Robbie McEwen move, folks, from way back in the days. Way back in the days. If you've been watching cycling as long as I have, you'll remember that. We've had Antonio Costa finish, Garcia Alessandro, and Eder Caballero here. Let's see if we've got any more. Ooh, Yoni's coming in strong. Nice job, Yoni. Staying away from Steven Cycles here. Steven's moved up to 13th place overall, it looks like. Great job by Steven here. Grinding up this final climb. Pushing 3 to 5 watts a kilo, over 5 watts a kilo now. Getting away from Ramiro Villegas. So watch Steven here to the finish. I think the camera takes over here for me. It did before anyways. It kind of shifted around. I'm not sure if it will now. JB Dobbins, about 23 seconds behind Steven here. Steven finishing nicely. So yeah, nice short effort. Steven going all out. Yeah, there's the camera. So it kind of just takes it over. That's actually a really good camera shot there, because it takes over for you as you can watch the overhead as they cross the finish line here. Ramiro. So I'm expecting it to... Will it do it? Yeah. Oh, it's the other side now. Smart. Wow, that's really cool. Nice stuff, guys. Team over at MyWhoosh, nice stuff. I love it. And that time it didn't, and I'm okay with that. So Paul Norton coming in next. Paul should be getting 15th place. Actually, 16th. JV Dobbins just finished ahead of him. Yeah, JV Dobbins gets 15th. Paul gets 16th. Dan Jennings coming next. Check this shot out. What a great camera angle here. It's just something different every time. Gives me something to look at. 50 seconds. Okay, here. Aniko's digging in now. Coming up this final climb. 300 meters to go. Love those markers too. It really helps me get my bearings out there. So Aniko's coming in next. Should finish well away by himself in 17th place. Gonna jump back here a little bit. We got Jason Ortiz coming up through the flowery fields. Just gonna jump in the chat and see what's going on. Yeah, so I think this is Eric here. Oh, maybe it's not Eric. NSA_SC. World had points in the bottom at the green arches. Okay, yeah, that's what I was kind of expecting today. Penelope's in the mix here. Penelope, I was hoping you were gonna race, but I guess you already did your group ride. So yeah, busy day for me after this. I gotta get in the shower and deal with this. I've already did a ride with Penelope early this morning. She went and did another group ride, and she's back here watching the race coverage. Jason coming up the hill now, going for 19th position. So yeah, those points, yeah, we needed those points working. That would have been so awesome. Hopefully no one didn't completely burn themselves out racing for the base of that climb. Stuff happens, folks. We try here. We tried to get it all set up perfectly, but it was kind of very last second. Where's Jason now? Jason's finished. Yeah, I was just waiting for his name to come in. Juan Pierre coming up next. Still 700 meters from the finish here. This is a great course. This is a fantastic course. Whoever designed this, smart. I love it. Perfect for racing. These last little rollers here, just designed for a bike race. You know, so you could come down this hill here and attack on this one. And if that doesn't work, you've got one more shot to get away. So here they are at the bottom. Oh, that's great. So guys, the camera stuff you're seeing right now, this is what I think the environmental camera. It's doing its own thing. I just sit back and watch. I think eventually I'll be able to speed up the pan. I'll show you down below if you click on this. You can see the zoom speed, camera left, right speed, camera up, down speed. This is what I'm calling ENV, environmental cam. So I think that's those random shots that just go off. Eventually, I should be able to speed it up maybe. I hope. I think that's what's going to happen. So we got Juan coming in next. He'll be getting 20th position. And we still have our lone rider sitting in the chutes, just pedaling away like a demon, trying to break out of his trainer. Okay, so Juan, nice job here. Juan is a Spanish rider coming in for 20th position. Further down the road, we got Miller Gonzalez, being chased by Fred Ho, Eden Strid, Edenet Paiva, I would say, Loki's getting it. Frederick Eriksson's back here. And that'll be the last rider on course is Frederick. Frederick, where are you at? Okay, Frederick's coming up over the climb right now. Frederick's just on a really easy ride here. Okay, so where's Loki out there? Oh, looks like Loki, I think he's just came down the hill from the looks of it. Yeah, he's just came down the hill. And now he's going to start going through those rollers. So let's get back up there. Who are we waiting? We're waiting on Miller to finish. Got 20 riders complete at this point. I'm going to jump in my chat here, see if we got anything going on. Yeah, Penelope says she can't race. She's probably done for the day. She's probably done so much riding already. Penelope rides all the time, folks. All the time. Collecting all her coins and bonuses that she's trying to get to buy better bikes. Miller's coming in next, folks. Miller is coming in next. Only 300 meters from the finish. So just kind of having a little look here at these bumps. Is it 300? Yeah. Phone's going off again. 100 meters to go, folks. Sorry, I'm just going to take a look at this here. Chantal. No, absolutely not. Salesman. Okay, so yeah, Miller's coming in next. Remember, folks, we still have one round left in the Colombia Race Series that Johan Moreno's put on. That will be next week. I think he might be taking a poll as to what you guys want to race next week. I just saw a comment. I think it was in my Discord channel, Inside Cycling World. Discord channel. There is a MyWhoosh sub-channel in there. So, guys, join the Discord channel. Find other people to ride with. We arranged a community ride this morning. We all just got together on Tour of Hegra. Didn't really go perfect because at 7 o'clock, my Starlink went down. Had to reset it. It's about a 15-minute process for it to reset. Like the Starlink has to initialize, and then it starts looking for satellites. So it takes a while. There's like a motor on the dish, and it just does it. Like, remember in the old days when you'd have like a satellite TV, it'd be like, okay, it's got to be perfectly within 1 degree of that, there. And you'd spend hours doing it. Well, at least I did. Starlink, you put on your roof, just does its own thing. Just finds it. Fred Ho is now done, 22nd place. Eden has decided to stop, and she's out in the fields here. She's collecting some flowers. Edenet just comes up and passes her within 150 meters of the finish. Eden likes the flowers here. She sees the butterflies flying around. She's just taking it all in, folks. Taking it all in. Edenet coming to the finish now. 100 meters to go. We've got the wildlife everywhere. We've got these wild cows running around here. Chickens. Just, there's everything on these courses, folks. Maybe Eden's waiting for Loki. They are... Okay, Loki's a little bit further down the course. Maybe the twins want to finish together, perhaps. Here comes Edenet coming to the finish line now. You can just see her in the distance there, crossing the finish line. Great job. Nice effort. Good stuff. Eden's still hanging out here. Loki Here's Loki. He's coming across this huge bridge here. Looks like he's having a bit of a power drop out there. And then we got Frederick Eriksson just coming to the top of the climb now. Get it, Frederick. Get it, dude. Just get through this. Coming to the very top, still 7% gradient. It's going to drop off real quick here for him, though. Then a tiny little bump over the top side. So let's get back to Loki here. Something I'm trying to see here on the map. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, interesting. On the mini map here. Cool. Trying to see what the big circle thing is. Is that the velodrome thing? Is that the stage? That might be the velodrome part. Maybe this all showing up on the map here, compressed in. I think that's what that is. So we got Frederick coming around here. I see. So he's going to slowly swoop to the left, hairpin turn, and then go on a big kind of like a loop-de-loop thing that must take him across that big bridge. See where Loki is now. Okay, no, Loki's a bit further ahead here. Loki's still getting it. Remember, Loki's 9 years old, folks. 9 years old. He's got 3.4 kilometers to go here. He's probably sick of climbing at this point. 23 riders completed. So yeah, full day coming up. Lots more talking for me today. But first, have a nice shower. I'm waiting for it. So just hang out with Loki for a little bit. Back here. Okay, yeah, Penelope says she can't race. She's too tired, I think. Jason Ortiz Lopez. Okay. I hope it's Jason. I believe I don't say the J. Thanks, everyone. Great race. Yeah. Jason, great job, dude. Penelope, I've ridden nonstop since we were on MyWhoosh earlier. Yeah, okay. So Penelope's been riding for probably 4 hours. Jason, thanks to the host for the coverage. And saying, nice, did you join the kids race? That's NSA here. Yeah, the twins are still out there. Oh, I didn't notice the twins. Still haven't seen that pic. Well, they're out there. It looks like Loki's parked it for now. No, oh, Loki's still going. Sorry. It's Eden. I think the twins went across the finish line together. So let's hang out here and wait for them. Okay, so Loki's got his foot down. 6.6, so he's still 2.3 kilometers out. This bridge seems to be going forever. It is a long bridge, folks. It's a very long bridge. Fans are cheering. Loki's getting motivated here. So yeah, here was a checkpoint here. The way this one's kind of lit up, it almost makes me feel like you could use it for points right here. It could be, maybe they have different points set up where you could have like, hey, we're going to have points at the end of the bridge. So there's this finish checkpoint. But it's not the finish of this ride for poor Loki. He has to keep going. He's got more climbing to do, folks. More climbing. It's over soon, Loki. I think you only got about 35 meters of climbing left. You just got to get through these rollers, dude. Get through the rollers. Power on, bro. Power on. It's just like that never-ending game of Call of Duty Black Ops. It just keeps going and going. You want it to finish. You want to leave the match, but you can't. Oh, yeah. He sees the road rising up ahead. Let's get it, Loki. You got it, dude. 4% gradient here. Loki's working hard. I like this, man. Remember, folks, 9 years old. Him and his twin sister. I don't know, what was I doing when I was at 9? I was probably rolling around on the floor in a carpet pretending I was like crawling through some tunnel in some dungeon or something. I wasn't racing bikes. Loki is killing it, folks. Let's go, Loki. Let's go, bro. Let's go. Hit the chat here for a little bit. Yeah, oh, Penelope's, yeah, she's got to wash her haircut. Yeah, Penelope, my hair is a disaster right now. Even Joey's saying, she goes, you got to get your hair cut. You cut my hair, lady. You're the one that cuts my hair, so let's cut this hair. I hate it. It's so out of control now. But hey, we got hair. That's important. I'd rather have a lot of hair out of control than none. Just saying, folks. Just saying. It's kind of unfair to dudes, that's for sure. I've always thought that. You know? It's just like you're kind of cursed. Like, oh yeah, dude, you get to lose your hair when you're 18. Oh, fun. Like, that's not fun. Anyways, riders, let's watch Loki get through this here. Got the windmill up ahead. Oh, I remember the windmill from before. Wild cow. Wild cow. He's got the cowbell on too. So many details here. The cowbell. See a little road going up to the right here. I wonder if you could ever go up that. Maybe someday. Loki tackling these little climbs here, these little rollers, perfectly set up for racing. And Eden is still waiting for him. So if Eden's waiting for him, I'm assuming that they're going to ride to the finish together. A la Greg LeMond, Bernardino, 1985, maybe? Something like that. 85. Yeah, I think 85. Yeah, that's a great story. If you don't know that story, look it up. It's some great cycling history. Bernardino, Greg LeMond, the battle that they went through. You know, teammates yet not teammates. I promise I'll help you. Then the next year, he doesn't help him. It's like a war. Such a good story. You can find those books on Audible. Listen to all that stuff. Oh, the event ends in 4 minutes and 52 seconds, folks. Let's get through this. You got to finish, Loki. So there's like a short window for this to finish. So you can see the warning at the top. Event ends in 4 minutes and 40 seconds. Please upload your ride. Huh. Is that for this event? I've never seen that before. Okay. Loki's going to have to dig deep now, folks. He's going to have to dig deep. He's got 800 meters to go. He's got 4 minutes to do it, but he's got to tackle these rollers. So can he get through it? Yeah, I've never seen that warning before. So interesting. Oh, ice lolly time. Yeah, have your treat, Penelope. Have your treat. Okay, we're watching Loki get through this, folks. It says event ends in 3 minutes and 58 seconds. Please upload your ride. Here's Loki, the lone warrior, coming in. What a great camera shot. Eden sitting on the road up ahead. Is she going to start pedaling? Come on, Eden. Let's go. Eden's still parked there. Maybe she's actually stepped away from the bike. But she was so close to the finish. Like, she's probably 160 meters from the finish at this point. Is she going to start riding? I'm watching closely here. It doesn't look like it. Loki goes past her, and Eden's still sitting at 0 watts per kilo. I'm thinking that... yeah, Loki's going to be our last finisher if Eden doesn't go now. Frederick may not miss the finish time. Make the finish time, I should say. Loki's still giving her. He's getting through this. Digging deep here, folks. Digging deep. Let's let the camera take over and watch his glorious finish here. Watch out for the wild chickens on the side of the road. Right there, that one. He's on your right-hand side there, Loki. He's looking at you. Be careful. Crossing this last little wooden bridge here. No rails on either side. Don't worry about safety here. Just be careful. Yeah, so very strange. Eden must have had to leave. Loki finishing. And then event ends in 2 minutes and 32 seconds. So Loki will get 24th place. Nice job, dude. Nice job. And if we go back to Frederick, I don't think if the ride ends in 2 minutes and 20 seconds that Frederick's going to make it. Is my guess. Wonder if we can get some comments here in the chat. I'm going to see if anyone sent me a message here to let me know how this works. Yeah, I don't see it. So I think it's going to end here. You know what I'll do? Because I don't want to really leave Frederick hanging here. I'm just going to stick and see what happens if I hang out here to the end. Because he's still got 1.8 kilometers to go. He's obviously going to finish this. I don't know if this event shuts down. There's there's obviously a window as to how long this event's open. I don't know if that's based on the distance, if that's like a standard that they do here. As I learn more about it, yeah, I mean, well, what I'm saying is every time I do this, I'm learning something. Okay, Frederick coming up this little bit of a climb here. There's a bit of a bump. Go back here for a second. Yeah, everything's still fine. And I'm just wondering what's going to happen here at 1 minute and 8 seconds to go. So yeah, currently here in Alberta, Canada, it is 11:35 in the morning. I've been up for almost 8 hours now, getting ready for this stuff. It's not cold, folks. It's only -1 Celsius, but it looks gross out there. Zero sunlight, and that's only because it's just so kind of, the clouds are so low. We're so kind of fogged in almost. Snow is forecasted in the next 15 to 20 minutes. We've had a tough start to the winter here. But the weather, it's not that cold. Next week starts changing. We're back to the -20s. So yeah, I just need to move, folks. Help me move. Help me get out of here. I need to leave. I need to go somewhere warmer in my old age. So we got 24 finishers here. Just going to ride with Frederick and see what happens. I hope it doesn't just end for him and he gets like kicked out. Check that out. 1 kilometer remaining there too on that side. I just noticed that sign. So is Frederick expecting to get kicked here? Yeah, event is finished, riders. Okay. So that's just the way the event was set up. I have no control over that. So, yeah, they're out, folks. They are out. I'm just going to jump out here, back to the chat for a second. Okay. Carlos is here. Great ride, Carlos. Great ride again. Dude, listen to the video. Your bridging efforts are incredible. I just got to say that. Every time I watch you now, you kind of just slip off and then you fight your way back on and you get right back into the mix. So really good watching you, Carlos. And I say here, we'll post it. They had been on a team camp with the bikes this weekend. We just put the bike back in the house before the first race. Okay. Yeah, thanks, Carlos. Yeah, you guys race great, dude. The coverage is easy when you guys are racing that hard. Anyway, riders, I got tons to do. I need to get in the shower. Oh, Hason's back. The event didn't sync with Strava. Weird, was it just me? Dude, maybe they're going to wait a little bit before they upload everything because it was a race event. I'm not really sure. Hopefully that all catches up for you. Usually it's just a bit of a delay, I see. Like, I ride another platform. Sometimes you don't see your events for your Strava sync for like 8 hours. And it's like, everyone goes through panic mode. I just say, just relax. It's going to happen, hopefully. Yeah, shower. And then I got some more stuff to do this afternoon. Okay, Hason, great to see you. Carlos, awesome racing. Everyone, thanks for watching. Please support the channel. You'll see you again real soon. Adios.